or
Probably. I will be backstage when you are live, so I think it should be removed. Or maybe you have to. Are you removed from other stream? Yeah, you are. Are you
I
hearing
think it is.
echo or something?
No, it is fine now. I was running YouTube accidentally.
Okay, that's okay. So I think you can start right now. Stage is hand over to you. You can share your screen, and I would be backstage. If you need any help, I will be available.
Perfect. Thank you, Amir. So you can see my screen. Yep, beautiful. All right. Thank you very much. Welcome, Hushamdi, then Swagat. And thanks to the organizer and all of you who are attending this session. Really appreciate over the weekend you guys are spending your time. And it just shows commitment from the community, this wonderful community that we have. Everyone is keen to learn new things, share with the peers and rest of the team, and that really makes the difference if you compare it with other technologies. Microsoft community is awesome. All right, so I'll start with my introduction. My name is Faraz Qureshi, and from the professional point of view, I work in Dynamics 365 Power Platform in Azure Services. I'm working uh, as a senior support engineer at Microsoft in APAC team, Asia Pacific, and I look after the Dynamics 365 and Power Platform team there. And so I just recently have joined, frankly, just 1 month ago. It is a new role for me. But before that, 17 years plus was in delivery and implementation. So, but so far so good. I'm enjoying this new role at Microsoft, and fingers crossed. Maybe one fine day I'll see and might be giving some help to you. Beside that, I'm holding several different certifications in Microsoft business applications area, Dynamics 365, CE, and Power Platform in Azure. I'm holding MCD for last 2 years now. I have trained several people as well in my free time as a freelancer, I would say, and would welcome you if you want to connect with me over the LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is here. My email address is here, and will be happy to assist in case if you need me for something. So this is me, and I'm based in Sydney, but I'm originally from Pakistan, and it is like 7 years now in Australia. I'm here, and for the last 3 years, haven't gone back home. So that is one part that I'm missing these days. So I thought maybe to start with, I will share some story back home when I was a little, not a little young boy, and playing on the streets of Karachi and spending my time with the neighbors and my family there. There's several fond memories, and I thought maybe find out some story that I can connect back to the people in Pakistan, and that will help us also understand what is this OmniChannel is and how it can help in today's world. So I have a elder sister, and 20 years ago she there's an age difference, so I was like every young brother. I was running errands for her, buying something from the market, or going along with her, even not only with her, also with her friends as well. Oh, I have to go to the tailor, I have to go to the market, I have to buy this thing, I have to go to stationery and things like that. So I was doing this thing, and that stuff was actually sometimes rewarding as well. um, I they sometimes I got some beautiful birthday gifts because I was providing help to several people. But anyways, this is not the real story. The real story is when we go to the tailors, and that is, I promise you, that are war stories. So many things happen when we go to the tailor shop. I don't know what is the situation these days, but it used to be like sometimes there were some unrealistic demands. I agree with that. People were expecting that I will get my suit ready in next week, or I'm giving this particular fabric and it will look okay in this particular design, in this design. And but most of the time, believe me, it was the tailor master who is giving bizarre, clueless responses that make my sister at least freaks out a lot of time, and that actually give me the indication or just remind me how the poor customer might look like. This is a funny thing, but just to share with you what the poor experience could look like from the customer point of view, and it is one of those things that I can collect uh, as my past story. But what happened after that is that poor tailor master also lost the business, because how often you can annoy your customers, how often you can say that, oh, um, I didn't note down what you asked for and I forget that, or making them uh, issues for the customer. So what will happen is you eventually will lose the business. So that was the story with that poor guy. He didn't have the technology, he didn't have the tools to refine the processes or to provide better customer service to the customer. But let's come back to 2021 and think about what customers are expecting these days. Today, customers are very empowered, they have choices. If we do not give them better service, they have alternate available. They will go and buy something from different people. And on the and beside that, the organizations are also service oriented. They like to provide better services, want to give different channels to the customers, especially the consumers. It is not enough that you are reachable over the emails or just over the phone calls. You have to put yourself available on different channels. In different, when I say different channels, it includes web chat, it includes WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, all social media platforms, and SMS. And customer expect that you will provide services in the same way you are providing services on in any particular channel. For example, emails, or for example on the phone. They expect that when I give you a problem, when I ask you something over the Twitter, or just come on to the website and in the chat I type in some message, they are expecting you will provide the same service to them. And this is a challenge. And this is what omni-channel is all about. Omni-channel is actually giving us different options where you can connect different channels available, exposed, through which your customers can reach out to your organization, and they can receive the services. The features that omnichannel is providing is in fact empowering the agents, service agents, and also in return empowering your customers. They will not have to worry about it when they contact someone on web chat or on SMS. That person who is looking into the SMS does not have the details about the history or does not know about you as a customer. They have all the information that is present in the system at their fingertips, and they can provide you the same level of service that you probably will get when you send them an email. And this is helping in what? It is reducing customer effort. They will not have to repeat themselves that, oh man, I'm facing this issue. I contact you on the email. I call someone yesterday, and now I have to repeat myself on the chat that this is what I'm experiencing, and this is not good. So customers' efforts has to be reduced, and then it actually helps in building the rapport for your organization with the customer. And this is not a brainer. Customer loyalty is associated with it. If you're providing better service to your customer, they will not go to your competitors. They will stick with you for sure. So, what is omnichannel? What is omnichannel is bringing, and how you can utilize omnichannel? So, omnichannel is actually an add-on service. Again, comes as a subscription in the subscription model. If you are using customer service enterprise, you can purchase additional add-ons that comes under the subscription plan again, and you can use those additional add-ons and provide those licenses to the team in your organization. So you have to have customer service enterprise, and then additionally you can purchase these service add-ons, which comes under the omni-channel features. So this is simple as that. I'm going to show you how it looks like, how the interface looks like, and different configurations we can do as part of this omni-channel, and how good it is. So let me show you the quick demo first, and then we'll come back onto the slides. So let me bring the browser. All right. So this is, as I was saying, omni-channel. In omni-channel, if you have the add-ons, then after you deploy those that add-on in your environment, you will start seeing there are two new applications present in your environment. So those two new applications are like, one is called omni-channel for customer service, and the other one is omni-channel administration. So traditionally, normally you will have customer service hub, which is used for case management and case scheduling and other stuff. This will stay as it is, and in fact, several features that we are using in customer service hub will stay as it is. So these are the additional features that are coming with the omni-channel add-on. So you will see there's an app. There will be two apps. One is for omni-channel for customer service, and the other one is omni-channel administrators. So we are seeing the omni-channel for customer service. This is actually the app that customer service agents will use. So what will happen? Let me show you. This is a demo environment, and I have a demo chat scenario here. So I will show you if a customer comes on your website and they want to chat with someone in your customer service team, how it will look like. So in the customer service uh, customer service app, you are seeing there will be dashboards available, and this is a uh, very simple app. Not many options in the sitemap. It is just simple one home page, and the dashboard is available. But there are some other features like available. This is one thing um, that you might have noticed is status indicator is there, and some other features are there that I'm going to show you shortly. So let this be up and running. So I've got my demo ready, and what I'm going to do is, as a customer, I'm going to initiate a chat, and this chat will go and connect to the customer service, which is here. So you can see the message that is appearing in the chat widget is an agent will be with you in a moment. And if I go back to the agent application, I see there is a notification here that chat request from Jacob Hancock. And I can accept that, I can reject that. I'm going to accept it because this is part of my job. I have to communicate with the customer as a service agent. And once I do that, it opens up the session window for me. So what I can do is I can message my customer, hi Jacob, how are you going? How I can help you? And this chat will be available to the customer, and the customer can start giving the details about their issues. I am having problem with your service or XYZ. So, and this message will start appearing on the chat section to the customer sales agent. In in this session, you can see there's other details available, and this is the feature with the OmniChannel. You will, when the customer initiate a chat, it automatically looks which customer it is. It will load the customer details. That what is the customer email address, uh, what are the previous cases that were open with them before, is there any conversation history if they have contacted us in the past through the web chat or some other channels. That history is also available here. And there are many, all the details are available here. So, and this is all customizable. As you know, we can have some more details, like for example, if we want to show the customer assets, what they have purchased from us, their order details, what they have purchased from us, we can also have that. So just for the scenario, I would say this is the customer case that was open in the past, and the customer is asking, give me the updates about it. So I'm going to tell the customer, okay, your case is resolved and this is all good. Your bill will be adjusted and you will not be charged for those services. This is one thing I can do on the same session while talking to the customer. So I can say your bill will be updated. And beside that, there might be some other cases, some other issues from the customer that customer is facing. And for that, I can initiate a new case for that. I can start, okay, there's a new case, there's a new issue. Product is broken, and I can fill out the details and all that, and that I have to fill in, and that will start appearing in the conversation as well. So this is how I can how I can interact with the customer details and customer information remaining onto the chat on my side, and I can interact with the customer details, customer records. Then some other details are also available, like what are the visitor details and additional details. This information is also available. So, and then there are a few other options available for the agent. And if you look here, quick replies, for example, I can set up some quick replies in my knowledge base, that if customer is asking about when this will be delivered, I can quickly say, this is our delivery policy and you will receive the order in 4 or 5 business days, or whatever could be the quick reply. I can use those quick reply very easily. Then there might be some other options as well. I want to transfer to someone. I want to first consult it with someone in the team. Maybe I don't know much about this product, so I want to take some help from other colleagues, and I can do that chatting internally as well. And or I can transfer the case again. This is not my expertise. Let me connect to another agent who is looking after that, and I will discuss about this queue again. Uh, but before that, let's look into the options that are available here. And you might notice that there is a neutral face appearing here also. And what it is actually the artificial intelligence, which is part of this omni-channel as well. And this is one of those things, if you have noticed, if you have attended the keynote session, this is one of the investment area that Microsoft is focusing. Now they want to bring in the features where we can embed the artificial intelligence inside the applications. We can make use of sentiment analysis. For example, if customer is saying, "I am sad, I want to move to another provider," so how it will look like? We start seeing that the customer uh, sentiment is getting negative. And if this come back to us, "Oh, great, I am happy now," the sentiment will change for us. So this is the artificial intelligence, and this all conversation and this sentiment is actually going into the database that will further give several opportunities to improve the experience for your customers, to train the customer service agents as well, how they should communicate, and or improve the products or some other stuff as part of the organization. So this is a quick demo for the client, sorry, for the web chat client and customer service agent application. And let's talk about some more details. So let me switch back to the slide deck, and let's see what next we have got. So routing and queues. So if you have worked or if you have seen the customer service application, you might know that there's a concept of queuing where you can receive the cases and you can mark those cases that this case belongs to this queue, and the members of those queues will be able to pick it up and can work on those items. But this is actually not specific to the cases. It is This is one of those features that you can utilize for any scenario related to your business application. I work in the past for one scenario where we were working for an educational organization, and they were receiving the applications from the students, and those applications, depending on different um, uh, scenarios, it was being routed to different queues where the different people, different teams were looking at it. So you can make use of this feature where you just have to go to the setting for your table and turn on the collaboration, turn on the queuing part for that, and then that those features for the queuing will be available for that table, for that entity. And when you will open that record, you will see some more buttons will start appearing that, okay, I can assign it to a particular queue manually. Just This is available in the cases, but that will start appearing if you enable the collaboration features for your custom table as well. But beside that, what we can do is we can do automatic transfer to the queues depending on different keywords or different fields that we might define in the in those tables. So with the Power Automate flow, we can route that the case will be routed to this queue, and then the team members can start working on it. Then there are a few other components that work behind the scene, and I will show you shortly. Is beside queues and users, we have channels. Channels are about we have seen the web chat. We have some channels also, other channels available as well, like you want to integrate with your Facebook Messenger, Twitter, or WeChat, or any popular channels these days. Those channels are available. Then there's a concept of work streams. In the work streams, we have some configurations that we can define. We can define the routing rules, that if we receive a conversation coming from this particular channel, which is a chat, then based on the subject of that or the problem that the customer is facing, we have to route it into a particular queue. We can do that. And also, we have to define the capacity. So when we say there are users, every user has a capacity. By default, everyone has 100% capacity. And when you take on a case, or when you take on a conversation coming from an SMS, and another conversation coming from web chat, or in the third conversation coming from your Facebook, the capacity starts going down, and it depends on how much capacity you are saying will be utilized when you are assigning some work coming from a particular work stream to the agent. Then the capacity starts going down, and eventually the capacity will be no more, and no more cases or the conversations will be assigned to that service agent. So there are those configurations that we can define, and I will show you shortly how easy it is, and how we can configure it. But eventually, after we put all these things in place, we have conversations, we have cases, we have maybe some custom tables that we want to put in the queue for service agents. All that start coming to us, and then we can apply some rules to do some work distribution, that this issue related to the products will go to this team, this issue related to the billing will go to another team, and things like that. And when we give those items to the different queues, uh, it will be assigned to the agents again based on their capacity. If they are already overloaded and they are not having much capacity, then the case or the conversation will wait in the queue until someone is available. And that is the concept of queue, that if there is no one available, then the conversation will wait till the time uh, when someone is available. So this is some configuration we can perform in the admin app, and let me show you how admin app looks like. So in the admin app, you will see there are settings related to the users, and for the users, we can define few parameters in the OmniChannel tab here, and fundamentally it is the capacity. Then there are queues present also here. We can define the queues from here, or we can put the people inside queues from another way that is possible. Then the skills configuration. This is again the same bookable resource concept where we are defining that this user is good at products, or this user is good at billing, so that based on the sales service agents skills, you can assign the work to them. Then we have got queues. We can define the queues, and the queues could be two different types, one for the messaging and the second one for the record. Record, as you can understand, it might be a case, incident, or if we say that it is a messaging, it means that we are saying it is some conversation that will happen through different channels. So we can define different queues like that. And then the work streams. So work streams, very simple. First of all, we are saying, okay, what is the name? Work stream for Facebook. And then one thing we have to mention that how the work distribution will happen. Is it through the push process where whenever we receive a request, it will be pushed to an agent, available agent, or it will be picked from by the agent um, manually. So both possibilities are there, and it depends on the requirements. Sometimes think about SMS. SMS, when someone sends the SMS, it is not necessary that you pick it up, automatically assign it to someone, and that person. Because customer, when they send the SMS, they're not expecting that you will respond to the SMS instantly. So they can wait for it, they can wait for the response, and you can have a configuration that it will be picked when it is work stream for the SMS. And for the other scenarios like the chat in messenger integration like Facebook or other, in that scenario you can say it is push, because when someone is talking instant chatting, doing instant chatting, that requires that the message should be pushed to the agent. So when we select that, the next configuration it is asking is select which channel, and you can see how many different channels are supported: WhatsApp, WeChat, Twitter, SMS, Microsoft Teams, Line, it is another messenger available these days, Facebook, then you might have your custom uh, channel also, and chat, which is your web chat. So different channels are available. Let's try Facebook and see what different configurations it will ask for and look into the other configurations then. So this is how I'm defining the work stream. I have mentioned the different channels that I can integrate in based on the conversation that we will receive from the customers. We can assign it to the sales agent. But another important thing which we still have to do is to define the routing rules. And routing rules are like based on, you can leave it by default. For example, anything that will come from Facebook, we have our team. This team is looking after Facebook, and it will always be assigned to the Facebook queue. Or you can have some distribution like on the Facebook. There is possibility that someone is expert in billing, someone is expert in products. So you can distribute the work like that as well. You can define those routing rules, and this is where we will define those routing rules. You will mention, you can put your conditions, different conditions, how it will work when it meets a particular uh, condition, then it is going to be assigned to this queue. So this is how we can define different routing rules and all that. So there are many different advanced settings also that we can use. And I think we are running short of time, so I will not go into further details, but just to give you some hint how it will work. This is how we can define the rules, and from the rules, based on the rules, it will the conversation or the case will be assigned uh, to the different queue, and that will be taken up by the agent. So let's quickly check the channels one more time. We already have seen, but depending on the different channel, we have different configurations required. For example, if we select SMS, it will ask to provide some more details about which service we are using for the SMS. So for example, if I select SMS, it is saying which provider, Twilio or Telesign. These two providers are currently supported, but I heard someone yesterday, and they were saying Microsoft is bringing native SMS provider. So I'm looking forward for it. So we'll not have to purchase these additional services from third parties, but this integration is currently available. So depending on which channel you are selecting, it will ask some details about that. For example, it might ask Facebook, what is your Facebook account? For Twitter, it will ask Twitter account and things like that. One more thing quickly I want to show you is, let's say we have a work stream that we have set up for the web chat, in what different configurations we can do. So this is the chat widget that we just experiment. We did some test chatting, and this is how we can configure. This is the name, which is fine, but we can change the title, how it will look like onto the website where we will put that web chat widget. We can change the color, we can put some logos, and we can do some other configurations like proactive chat. Proactive chat means you put this widget on a page, and if the customer visit that page and it is still there for more than 2 minutes or 5 minutes, you can pop out chat, hello, you, how I can help you, I'm seeing you are on this page for 5 minutes, if there is anything I can assist with, things like that. These features are still there. Reconnect to previous chat. Uh, so a lot of different advanced configurations we can perform. Behaviors, again, we can set up pre-conversation survey, post-conversation survey. We can perform those surveys, and some other user features like customer notifications. When we message to someone, then the notification will come in the browser. Then conversation transcripts are available. Voice and video call, screen sharing. If you want to have a screen sharing session with your customer, you turn it on. You can, then the agent can interact with the customer screen. Go browse. If you just want to open a browser at the customer, you can just open the web browser at the customer and do some browsing together. So these features are available, and we can play with that. So this is the administration app from which we are performing all this, and this will actually give you all the right tools and the configurations that you have to perform to make omni-channel features for your organization. So let's get back to our slide deck. We are running short of time, so let's quickly see what else. So this is a bigger picture. From the bigger picture, you can see, based on, we can have different channels available. Customer will connect to the channel, and depending on our work stream settings, we can set up, okay, this is going to be a push distribution, and this is depending on the customer is asking about the billing, then we are going to route that request to the proper queue, which is holding its members, in which Bird is one of those members, and Bird availability is saying he's still available 80%. And in the routing, we set up this parameter that because such kind of cases take so much amount of time, so it should be greater than 50% capacity available when we assign some conversation to an agent. And this rule will be checked before assigning that conversation to Bird. And this is how it will all flow. This is the omni-channel experience. And just to quickly recap before I finish, I'm almost on time. So omni-channel is bringing what? It is bringing capabilities in your organization where you can allow your customers to connect with your organization to get different services, and it is empowering your service agents to facilitate or to provide service to your customers, and almost having the same look and feel, same similar functionality that we are used to of in Dynamics 365. In the last uh, we have capability to show detailed insight to the customers, starting from the AI, embedded AI, uh, and then the data that we are collecting for detailed analysis, detailed insights. That conversation history that we are collecting is actually helping to improve the customer service. So these are the different things we saw today as part of this omni-channel feature, which is part of customer service. And with that, I'm done. And if we have any question.
Wow, Faraz, thank you so very much. It was amazing session. Great knowledge share. I mean, even myself learned a lot from this thing. Thank you so much, so very much. So I just want to tell you, I mean, it's still in Pakistan. It is same. I mean, that Taylor story and that Raksha story is still same. It's nothing changed there. So we have that same challenges, same problem right away right now as well. So yeah, it was great session. I think we have few questions. So you already show in your slides that I mean we have a lot of channels available, but someone is asking if we have WhatsApp available as a channel.
Yeah, WhatsApp is available. You
Okay,
have
and
to you have to get the commercial WhatsApp account. It is not like the free WhatsApp account. You have to purchase a commercial account, and then they give you the APIs. WhatsApp gives the APIs for that, and you can use those APIs and put the account details. And this is inbuilt capability.
okay, so it's an inbuilt capability. I mean, don't need no need to involve developers to configure something
No,
and to integrate
no,
some. Okay,
no. We have that channel available for WhatsApp. We can quickly check how it looks like. We just have to put the WhatsApp. We just
oh,
have to
nice, nice,
provide.
nice.
We just have to provide the account details, because when we get the commercial account, they provide us account SID and account token with that account, and then it means you can communicate using WhatsApp. The message will be received just like the web chat.
Nice, nice, nice. And second question that I'm receiving is that I mean, for this chat feature, is it part of the standard license of customer engagement, or do we have to purchase any additional license for this feature?
Yeah, from the licensing point of view, you must have customer service enterprise. Customer service comes into two flavors also. One is the standard customer service standard, and the second is customer service enterprise. You must have customer service enterprise, and this omni-channel is additional add-on. So you have to pay some more subscription fee to purchase those additional add-ons and assign it to your agents. So it's not necessary everyone will need that. Depending on how many agents will be available for omni-channel for different channels, you can purchase those additional add-ons only specific to for those number of agents.
Right, right. Yeah, that's great. That's great explanation. Uh, I think I'm seeing one more session question. Uh, can we integrate chatbot as well? You talk about the AI feature in that, and and customer feelings already showing onto the your chat screen. So can we integrate chatbot as well
Yeah, absolutely.
to
So this
automate
is
the
very
experience?
common. Yeah, this is very common. Usually, when you start a chat on your website, there is most of the time a bot or a virtual agent is running behind the scene, and it will start taking up the initial conversation and start collecting your details. Okay, what is your problem? What is your name? What is your customer number? Things like that. And then when the customer say, no, I want to talk to real person, then then it will transfer the chat to the service agent. But otherwise, you can have a Power Virtual agent behind the scene, as you can see here. um, Sorry, because short of time I can't go into those details, but you can create a Power Virtual agent and you can associate it here. Depending on the topics, it will carry the conversation up to a point, and then can transfer the case conversation to the real agent.
Nice. And that means, I mean, if we can integrate Power Virtual Agent, I mean, we can build some integration as well, right? I mean,
Exactly.
for example, if someone wants to have some status of their order or check some price, so those sort of
Yep.
integration can also be possible.
Yes,
Nice,
absolutely.
nice, nice. Thank you for us. I think these are the questions I have that I asked you. It was a great session. Thank you so much for your time. And I think I will hand over for the next speaker. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Bye.
you very much, Amir, and thank you very much all the organizers, or all the organizers, and all the audience who are still sitting and enjoying these sessions. And hopefully, will join again in another event in the future. Thank you.
Yep. Thank
See you
you.
later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.